Who are you? Not your attachments, not qualifications, none of that stuff of like, well, this is what I've done before. But in terms of being,
I think we're just a bag of habits and thoughts. So I'm not sure what's behind that.
Okay. How about your body, your physical body?
So I think the body's more solid. The thoughts come and go more. Yeah.
So the reason I'm bringing this up is to kind of bring a Theseus, the paradox of Theseus, or the ship of Theseus, which I think is quite commonly known as a little thought experiment from Greek times. This idea of a ship. And in Theseus' ship, the thought experiment is that if you, over time, it goes out to sea, comes back, gets damaged, and you need to do some repairs.
Yes.
And then over time, you replace every bit of wood, every screw, nail, bolt that's holding things together. If you replace all of them over time, is it still the same ship?
Yeah. What makes it the same ship? The name, the captain?
The design, the structure. What if the ship has to change a little bit because of design?
Yeah.
Is it now a different ship?
Yeah.
And in a way, our bodies are, our physical bodies are the same, and we can then go on to the thoughts as well.
Yeah.
But physical bodies, if you turnover of cells is quite fast.
Yeah.
So much like the wooden planks get swapped in and out, if we take something like our GI tract, if we take our stomach or intestines, where food's going in and out and rubbing and scraping against the inside of your body, if you like, you might find that the cell turnover in the small intestines about 3 to 5 days.
Wow. And
even in cells that we think are there for much longer, actually each sub part of that cell will get replaced. So the proteins and the fats, the lipids, the little bits that make the cell, which looks like it's the same, it's not. Each of those will be replaced from the inside. And even in neurons in the brain, which are meant to be fixed and well, they're not, they're plastic, but they're meant to be sticking around for a lot longer than, let's say, stomach cells. All components of that can change within, the little proteins can change from the span of a day to 20 days. So who are we? Yeah. If not just constantly changing?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a thought that I've had, and when I was talking about as being a bag of habits, so the cells regenerate or change, and I sort of see that as almost like a cloud of gas. You just keep regenerating, bringing it together. So we must do the same with our thoughts. I know most of our thoughts are the same from yesterday, apparently. The statistics, we have similar thoughts to the day before. And our problems, I really have this idea that we keep our problems, we keep thinking about them, we keep bringing them into life. No one else is into them as much as we are. We are just constantly generating them. And I think it's the same way. But yeah, if you're replacing the body all this time, why not replace some of the concepts you have about yourself?
I guess we do. What kind of time frame do we change them over on, though? Say, for example, 15 years ago, how many of the things that you talked about then would you agree with now?
Yeah, changed quite a lot.
Quite a lot, right? It's definitely the same for me. So in part, the things I held very firmly, I'm sure this is true, or this will stay with me for the rest of my life. If those change, they're changing as much as anything else.
Yeah.
So who actually are we?
Yeah.
Who's anyone?
Yeah.
I think that's quite interesting when you then go back to some much older Eastern philosophies about this. Is the idea, well, if it's none of this turning over flux of things around us, if it's not the thoughts or the things we accumulate, then maybe there's an observer behind this.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting way to go.
Yeah, there's definitely an observer. In meditation, you can step behind all that and just see the thoughts popping up, and loads of weird stuff. Like I once put my attention on my leg, and then it became like the leg had so much of my awareness in it. I wasn't sure if I was the leg and the leg was looking at me. It went really weird. So yeah, I feel like maybe I am just awareness.
Yeah.
But that's an amazing thing.